Could the world's most beloved vocal prodigy be hiding a reality far more somber than her soulful melodies suggest? We begin tonight with an investigative look into the meteoric rise and the sudden, turbulent shift in the career of Jordan. Since she first captivated global audiences as a barefoot 7-year-old on Norway's Got Talent, Jordan has been hailed as a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. However, as we move through 2026, the narrative of the jazz child is being replaced by headlines involving legal battles, security concerns, and a mysterious withdrawal from the public eye. Reports from Oslo to Los Angeles suggest that the transition from a viral sensation to an industry powerhouse has come at a staggering personal cost. While her voice remains timeless, the machinery operating behind the velvet curtains appears to be under immense strain. Tonight, we peel back the layers of this carefully curated image to examine the mounting controversies surrounding her management and her future. Is it possible for a child to truly consent to a lifetime of global scrutiny? Or was Jordan a product before she was a person? Industry analysts often point to the Prodigy trap, where young talents are marketed with a specific, unchangeable persona to satisfy a hungry commercial market. For Jordan, this meant performing haunting songs about grief and loss, lyrics far beyond her years, while walking barefoot as a symbol of her old soul purity. Sources close to the early production teams in Norway suggest that the pressure to maintain this vintage aesthetic was relentless. As she grew older, the gap between the girl and the brand began to widen significantly. By the time she reached her teens and signed with major US labels, the expectations had shifted from artistic growth to high-yield consistency. The question remains whether the industry allowed her to grow up, or if they tried to freeze her in a profitable moment of childhood innocence that no longer exists in reality. Why would a national treasure face a ruthless lawsuit from the very broadcaster that helped launch her legendary career? In a shocking turn of events during the 2025 season, the Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation, NRK, took the unprecedented step of filing a lawsuit against Jordan's management firm, A&A Star Production. The litigation stemmed from her last-minute withdrawal from the Grand, a massive televised event. Documents reveal that the broadcaster sought over 130,000 NOK in damages, citing a total breach of contractual obligations. This wasn't just a minor disagreement, it was a public execution of professional reputation. The management, led by her uncle Michael, reportedly missed critical payment deadlines, leading to a blacklisting atmosphere within European media circles. This legal friction highlights a deeper conflict between Jordan's inner circle and the professional standards of international broadcasting, leaving her fans to wonder if her career is being sabotaged from within. What kind of imminent threat could be so severe that it forced a world-class performer to abandon her home stage? When the legal heat from NRK intensified, Jordan's legal team fired back with a chilling justification for her absence. They cited serious security concerns and personal threats that allegedly made it impossible for the singer to appear in public at that time. While the specifics of these threats remain classified for legal reasons, the revelation sent shockwaves through her. Investigations into celebrity stalking and digital harassment have seen a rise in 2026, but the timing of these threats, coinciding exactly with her most contentious contract negotiations, has led some skeptics to wonder if security was used as a shield against professional fallout. Regardless of the motive, the narrative of a star in hiding has created a sense of unease. If the threats are genuine, the dark side of her fame involves a level of danger that no amount of record sales can ever truly justify. Can an independent spirit survive the grinding gears of a major American record label without losing its unique essence? After her viral success on America's Got Talent, The Champions, Jordan signed a high-profile deal with Republic Records, a move many thought would solidify her status as a global icon. However, by late 2024, the relationship appeared to have fractured beyond repair. Insiders describe a creative stalemate where the label pushed for contemporary pop hits, while Jordan and her management insisted on her signature jazz fusion style. The result was a period of eerie silence and delayed releases. In 2026, we see her moving toward more independent collaborations, specifically with songwriter Gad. This shift suggests a desperate attempt to reclaim creative control, but it also means losing the massive promotional engine of a Big Three label. Transitioning to an independent model at this stage of her career is a high-stakes gamble that often indicates a deep-seated distrust of the corporate music hierarchy. Is a family-run business the ultimate protection for a young artist, or is it a recipe for professional isolation? Throughout her journey's career has been steered by her immediate family, particularly her uncle and her mother. While this creates a tight-knit fortress around her, it has also led to accusations of mismanagement and a lack of transparency. Critics argue that family members often lack the objective expertise required to navigate the shark-infested waters of the global music industry. The 2025 legal debacle in Norway is frequently cited as evidence that her management may be out of their depth when dealing with major institutions. Furthermore, the intense insulation provided by family can sometimes lead to the isolation of the artist, preventing them from forming necessary professional bonds with peers and industry veterans. As we analyze the 2026 landscape, the question of whether her inner circle is her greatest asset or her biggest liability remains a central theme of her story. Has a genuine act of childhood kindness been distorted into a mandatory marketing gimmick for the sake of a logo? The story of Jordan giving her shoes away to a shoeless girl in Asia is the cornerstone of her public persona. It established her as a compassionate, barefoot angel. However, as she approaches her 20s, the barefoot requirement has become a point of contention. Observers have noted that she is rarely, if ever, seen in footwear during any public appearance or professional shoot. This level of consistency is rare for any artist and suggests a rigid adherence to a brand identity. If she is required to remain barefoot to satisfy the Prodigy image her fans expect, it raises questions about her personal agency. In 2026, we are seeing a growing movement of fans questioning if she is allowed to evolve, or if the barefoot imagery is a golden shackle that keeps her tethered to her 7-year-old self for the sake of marketability. What is being hidden behind the unprecedented no-recording policy of her latest high-stakes residency? In January 2026, Jordan began a highly anticipated residency at the Inn Las Vegas. While the performances were praised, the atmosphere was described as militant by many attendees. Security enforced a total ban on smartphones and recording devices, a move usually reserved for major comedians or experimental acts. This blackout fueled intense speculation. Was it to protect her from the aforementioned security threats, or was it a calculated move to control her image? Some believe the lockdown was implemented because her management is secretly filming a documentary and wants to prevent any unauthorized leaks of her new sound. Others fear it is a sign of her increasing withdrawal from the world. In an era where social media engagement is currency, turning off the cameras is a bold and potentially dangerous move that suggests she is no longer playing by the industry's rules. Does the music industry have a way of quietly making difficult stars disappear before the public even notices? Following the public lawsuit with NRK and the quiet exit from Republic Records, whispers of an informal blacklist have begun to circulate. In the music business, an artist labeled as unreliable or legally litigious often finds doors closing unexpectedly. Festivals that once clamored for her name are suddenly silent, and television appearances have become increasingly rare. Analysts suggest that while her talent is undeniable, the baggage associated with her management team may be scaring off potential partners. If the industry's power players decide that the risk of a lawsuit outweighs the reward of her voice, Jordan could find herself in a shadow-banned state. This wouldn't be the first time a massive talent was sidelined due to behind-the-scenes friction. And as 2026 progresses, the lack of mainstream media coverage is becoming hard to ignore. Will Jordan emerge as a survivor of the industry machine, or will she become its most tragic cautionary tale? As we conclude our report, the future of this extraordinary artist hangs in a delicate balance. On one hand, she possesses a vocal gift that transcends trends and genres. On the other, she is navigating a minefield of legal debt, management controversy, and personal safety issues. The dark side of her rise isn't about her character, but about the world that was built around her before she was old enough to understand it. Whether she can break free from the Prodigy mold and establish a sustainable, independent career is the defining challenge of her adult life. We will continue to monitor the developments of the NRK settlement and her upcoming international dates. For now, the world waits to see if the girl who sang for the forgotten will eventually find her own voice in a world that refuses to let her grow up.